my name is Panu and this is my 2021 Honda CB350 RS. I bought it in April 2021 and have clocked 20,000 kilometer till now. I'm gonna tell in detail the ownership review and my experience with the bike. Just to clear, the bike is clocking 7,793 kilometer right now, and the bike got into an accident at 12,500 something. So technically I have completed 20,000 kilometer till now. The bike fell on right side. The headlight, meter, front shocks, mudguard, tanks, side panel, muffler, accelerator cable, wire switches, everything was replaced. First of all, the performance and the fuel efficiency and ride quality. For highways, this is like the perfect cruiser. But for bad roads, I will say the suspension is bit on a stiffer side. Loves to cruise at 80. I put my cruise grip on and she just goes on 80, 90, 100, no issue. Looks, she looks phenomenal. Everybody just she's a neck snapper with all the black theme. It's a wrap, and like people really look at back like what bike is it. And quality wise, with looks, with quality, you can see it's been a year and a half, and the chrome and plastic quality, everything is just like roll off from a showroom floor. Check out the scratches, it's on lamination and the paint is nicely preserved. Talking about the engine, it's definitely better than RE. It's so happy in high revs. You can rev till the red limiter all day and it doesn't hurt, feels like you are hurting the engine. And the combination with gearbox, the higher you are in revs, the smoother the gearbox shifts. And by the way, I never get a false neutral till now. I never had a issue that the gear got stuck in low, extremely low revs. Like in first second gear, you have to bang the gear to get it in first or second, and that's it. The neutral is very precise and the throttle response is good. Engine wise, I got no complaints. Modifications that I'm running this twin Bosch horn and with a relay, a matte black wrap with some camo and PPF lamination. It is also laminated. Smoke tint on the backlight, lamination on the swing arm. Rear, the modification are still going on. It's a short number plate. It's a delete kit, custom made. So you can check out the cat is also delete. There was twin catalytic converter. I deleted that and now it sounds a bit loud. Tire, the rear tire is just not that, it's completely gone. I think at 25,000 the rear tire will be gone. Many burnouts with this tire. Front is still solid, it will go till 30, 35. Talking about the brake pads, these are still the stock brake pads, I'm not kidding. You can see there is still some material left and these will go till 25 and can go beyond. So you can check out the chain sprocket is gone. It has gone to the red mark. I tighten up and clean my chain, use motor products every 1,000 kilometer or 500 whenever get a time. But at 20,000 the chain sprocket is dead. It's gone. So every 20,000 I think you need a new chain sprocket, and it's the chain is also started to seize up. Sitting position wise, it's comfy. The handlebar is wider than the small 150cc bike. You will notice a difference when you ride this and when you ride other example like Apache or some bike. And seat is a bit stiff, but I can ride for 5 hours continuously. After that the butt becomes numb, you have to stand or take rest. And also I have noticed that the chain sprocket is cleverly hidden under this leg. If I like spread my leg, you can hear the chain sound, and if you like get it back, and the chain sound just goes away. So there is very less sound on above, it's just the thumping sound of the exhaust which you can hear. Mechanical noises are minimum. I will now start it up. Starts just like new. No starting problem at all till now. It's on auto chalk right now. This thing issue wise, I don't see any major rusting issue anywhere. There is some rust here, but this piece was aftermarket for my touring setup, and there is no major rust even on the hardware till now. Some little bit of rust, but everywhere on the chrome, everything, I don't see any major rust forming, which is alarming. And there is some rust there, the water sits there, and I have got this a second tank. One, it was changed in the insurance, and then earlier I took a new tank putting an STR complaint regarding this rust, and now it's still building up. So just spray some WD-40 and I think this will be good. There is no rust on the engine. You can check out, these grinded fins are awesome. There is no rust there. There is some on the exhaust, but and the engine parts which get really hot, there is no major problem. A plastic poly bag was stuck here and it messed up my exhaust. There is problem of rocks. I will say the rocks, it like the paint quality is good, but it just keeps on hitting rocks. Recently noticed here I hit some rocks on the stand also, so it's the paint is chipping a bit. Service experience: you sit on couch, there is AC, Wi-Fi log from glass window, you can see the mechanic working on your bike, but most of the time the skilled mechanic is not there. I have observed that they call the normal mechanic from the other Honda dealership, and service cost is the same, 1500 for the maximum 2000 for the normal service, but there is scarcity of parts are not available. The sensor issue is main. The bike is new, they don't know how to upload the laptop and all that tech stuff, so that's a bit part. And also I have felt that the clutch is becoming a bit tight, so I think it will be replaced at 25-30, else it's all right, it's a new bike. Explain you now what's the issue. So I start the bike up now. All the lights should have been gone. The traction light, it will be go engine, but this blinking ABS, this is a problem. This means the ABS is not working, and it's not working for quite some time. Literally 4000 kilometer I have ridden. So there are these sensors, these are the ABS sensor, these are the speed sensor, and they are two in front and back. So they govern the speed and they govern the ABS. So the problem is the rocks and thing just keep hitting here. If it got bent, then your ABS will not work. Also at the rear there is also this ring and there is a sensor. So recently this sensor was, the wire was like this is the wire, so it's all one piece, wire and sensor. So it was damaged, and the traction control just messing with the engine management system, and the bike was not running right. The engine was so struggling for the power. There was such a lack of power, drop of power. Then they messed up with the system, they took all that out, and finally they came to know that the rear sensor was out, so it doesn't get replaced in the warranty. I have to pay 800 rupees plus 200 labor for the sensor to replace. And now again some sensor is there's a problem with sensor. They generally clean this up. There is space between them that which runs, and you can clean that up. It does build up, also it causes a problem. So the bike doesn't completely get stopped when the sensor was damaged, but it's a issue and a pain in the ass, and the dealership is very far away. You have to go at least 100 kilometers, then come back. If they have the sensor in stock, they will order it like literally 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, you can say the big wing takes to order some little parts, and they don't keep it in stock. I don't know why. So the sensor is the real pain in the ass, and now also it's in supermoto mode. The ABS doesn't work, so that's a problem. Quality wise, like the roads are really bad at around my house, and there are huge potholes. So the bike is very sturdy. It's all metal, so there is no point that the bike has been rattling any sound. There is some little sound of my keychain, and a little bit of a nut is loose somewhere here, so there is a little sound above in the front. Everything is just hold with tightly hold. You can see the gauge cluster here is like space here, and the light hole space, it's actually connected here, so it's all around piece. and it's also with rubber bushing so it doesn't rattle. This is solidly mounted with aluminium, and use of aluminium is so much. This is aluminium, these covers are aluminium, these are aluminium, these are aluminium, these are aluminium. People are complaining about the tall gearing issue, but personally I really like it. It's like a become a bad habit. If I ride some splendor or other bike, they have 4 5 gear and they are so short. You just rev to 60 70, you are revving the engine. And this bike, this fifth gear is put above 60, so 70 80 fifth gear, low rpm, you are just cruising on the highway. It's very relaxing, and each gear has its own character. So in market I generally ride in third gear, just second third gear. Why you need to put all the gears in market? Just keep in third gear, and there is like you don't have to shift that often. All the market third gear, then on highway fifth gear, in really tight city second gear, first gear. The gear shifting, I will say, it's not buttery smooth, it's crisp. You hear the gear shifting click click, and the sound of slipper clutch. If you downshift, it's very mechanical and it's very good. You feel the bike, and the bike is very predictable. You shift down and you will know where the rpm will be and how to overtake, because there is no like very jump in the power. The power is very linear, so you know the characters of bike, of how bike will behave if you downshift or upshift. So it's very predictable and it's very much in control. This is my like touring setup of the bike. I have bought these at from a place here, radar. You can also online. These are good. These are like water resistance, not really proof. There is plenty of space, water bottle, and these luggage bag holders are from the genuine accessories from Honda Big Wing. And the bikes look really good with the bags, you can check out. And one thing I have noticed, that with the bags fold and a pillion at the back, the more load you will give to the heavier the sound of the engine is, and more softly and smoothly the bike rides. After riding for half an hour or 1 hour, the engine heat gets heated up, and after a certain temperature it gets smooth and louder. I have felt many times at a certain after a certain temperature, after a long ride, the engine changes. Everything is heated up and it changes its character. You can check out. There is no major wear and tear. Also here, some shoes mark. Also on the shifter, there is. The bike is still brand new. The quality is good. So that's it. I'm happy with the bike, and if you will ask me, I will keep it or sell it. So I will definitely keep the Honda, because Japanese are bikes forever. If you buy it, it will last you lifetime, and that's what this product. I hope I will buy a second spare bike, a big bike 650 I'm planning, but I will keep this bike for day-to-day life. And second hand GT or Interceptor, whichever, I at 2 1.5 lakh, and I will keep that bike, ride it, and then I will sell it. But this bike, I think I will keep it until Honda announces a twin engine bike or something like that in this chassis, and I will air cooled, of course, old school, and I will definitely buy that. I'm waiting for that, but until then I will keep this bike.